bad science and good science. To start things off, there's these two slanderous lowlifes on YouTube by the names of Bionic Dance and Godless Cranium, who might just take this video and use parts or all of it in one of their mocumentaries. But hey, I say let them, while they both still think they know everything, for it is written in the Bible, the word of God, that's right, God, 1 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 2. And if anyone thinks that he knows anything, he knows nothing, yet as he ought to know. But I'm not worried about Bionic Dance or Godless Cranium anymore. They're both a waste of my precious time. They're both useless gestures. A couple of worthless jerk-offs who have absolutely nothing else better to do with their pathetic lowlifes anyway than what they're doing on YouTube. They're both a lost cause who are just taking up space in this world. This planet can do without them. But anyways, on to my message. It comes from this thing right here. It says right here, bad science and good science. Recent pictures of the moon's surface have evolutionists scrambling for an explanation. High-resolution images by a lunar orbiter since 2009 show over 200 new craters on the surface. Not only does this study invalidate the idea that craters only form over long eras, but the research suggests that these regular impacts could completely alter the surface of the moon within a timescale of thousands, not millions, of years, wrote Garrett Haley on ChristianNews.net. Evidence like this continues to pile up against the theory of evolution, proving that the teachings of evolution is the result of bad science, not good science. True science inspects the evidence and proposes a theory and goes to look for more supporting evidence. Bad science assumes something is true and fakes the evidence to try to prove it. As the evidence piles up, it continues to contradict the false assumption. When Charles Darwin first proposed the theory of evolution, men who had rejected God were desperate to find a natural explanation for where we came from. They were delighted to set out to find proof of the theory. When they found none, they began to fake it. They discovered Piltdown Man, who was concocted from a human brain case with an orangutan's lower jaw, with file teeth and a filled cavity. They glued moths to tree trunks for pictures that were debunked after they were used in millions of textbooks. They assembled Lucy from bones that some believe could belong to monkeys, scattered over a mile apart. So, who is evolutionist creator? Time. When asked how the complexity of a functioning eyeball could evolve, their only answer is millions of years. Yet even their physicists admit that everything in the universe is falling apart, not getting more organized. This kind of bad science is behind much of Satan's lies. Yes, I used the term Satan. Evidence that homosexuals are born that way is non-existent, but many have bought the lie. Bad science is also behind the effort to find other worlds inhabited by aliens who may have found the solution to the world's ills, sicknesses, viruses, whatever you want to call them. God says that the solution to man's problem is a change of heart, not some fix by alien beings from another, more advanced world. Bad science is also behind the effort to alter the DNA to make a super race of people who never get sick or die. Again, bad science is being used by godless men to sell a delusion, a lie, to those who reject God. The Apostle Paul warned Timothy to avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so-called. It is amazing that Paul's description is a perfect fit for false science such as evolution. Evolution and those who support it are indeed profane. Webster says profane is characterized by irreverence or contempt for God. Most evolutionists have chosen to believe that man came from primordial soap instead of being created by God. Some try to shoehorn God into the process but have to deny the first chapters in Genesis to do it. Bad science is also obviously in opposition to God when it works so hard to find another origin of the universe. Good science, on the other hand, has given us ways to use God's creation to build the most prosperous nation in history. That prosperity has funded missionary efforts taking the gospel to all nations. Now the lies of evolution, Marxism, humanism, globalism, and false religions have created worldwide chaos. Jesus said that the end would come after the gospel has been preached to all nations. But we are supposed to keep winning the lost by exposing Satan's lies until the last minute. Like I said, it came from this. So there you have it. And if I want to throw this in, one of Bionic Dance's friends by the name of Godless Mom on YouTube, if she's watching this video and probably making fun of me by saying that I sound just like her 6-year-old son. Well, I got a speech problem, okay? I can't help it. That's just the way I was made. And I got something for you, Godless Mom. And that one's not debunked. But anyways, have a good day.